Hey Taurus, welcome to the channel. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, even Venus, because this is a love reading. And I'm Katie, welcome to the channel. So we're gonna start off by finding an animal spirit that represents you and the person in this relationship. Remember, I say relationship because it may or may not be love. It could be platonic, it could be a family member. Who knows? Okay, Taurus. Well, too many of those flipped over. I need one for Taurus. There we are. Okay, so we have electric eel. Okay, this is you. I feel like you are in this space where you are feeling super inspired, super encouraged in life in general, but also about this relationship. Like I feel like for some of you, you have met someone that like super sparks you up. Like when you think of them, your whole body tingles, which is awesome. I also have mouse, which is tend to the small things. And I feel like whoever you're in the relationship with is somewhat of a homebody. Also a little on the more shy side. I'm not saying they're totally shy, but just, not as outgoing. Like you are very outgoing, electric, and they're just kind of like, very sweet spirited, but not like the life of the party. You're kind of more life of the party, and they just kind of are there supporting and loving, but definitely, yeah, like home. I get homebody a lot. Okay, so let's see what these two need to know for the month of July. Man, they are flying out. Ooh, okay. Sorry, let me get organized. They kind of flew all over the place. Okay. Okay, so there was one that was definitely like your end message, so I'm not even looking at that one. But we've got 6 here, so let's see. Oh, okay, so I feel like this is definitely like a new relationship for a lot of you. First, if you've been in this relationship for a while, it could feel like you're turning over a new leaf, or there's kind of like a new chapter starting, and it feels really exciting. Okay. It also says it's coming together, and I feel like you guys are coming together regardless if it's a new or old relationship. You're both feeling very connected, and like that electricity, right? Like there's just an overall feel of that for sure. The bud, which is potential promise, it's about to happen, keep going. For some of y'all, you're waiting to get laid by this person, and it's be a coming. I love these love relationship ones. They're so fun. But I also feel, I love these love readings. I just get lots of stuff coming in with these. For some of you too, with the bud, I just saw it like it's happening. Like some of you are starting a family, which is super exciting. Some of you are like, this card is all about not necessarily a commitment, but something being birthed. And so it could literally be like the child, it could be an engagement, you're getting married, even just like a commitment to like being together, right? And seeing each other. So there's that coming together and growing together too. Okay. Then you have Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. I feel like you guys, again, long-term or brand new, you are definitely learning about each other. For those of you who are thinking about like starting a family, like you're kind of learning a lot about each other's values and belief systems, because when you're going to start that, even those of you that are committing to get married and stuff, like there's a lot of growing and learning that happens in those stages of life, because they're big changes, they're big life events, and so you do learn a lot about each other. I also feel like for some of you where it's new, there's a level of commitment that's happening where one or both of you is definitely feeling like this person is the one, I want to commit, but you just maybe have not said it yet, that it's the realization of wanting that commitment. Okay. Okay, so there's definitely this is a masculine card. I don't even know the name of it. Brothers of the Rose. There is definitely one, if not both of you, feel like this is so incredibly just wonderful that it's something that you want to protect. For a small group of you, some of you are frustrated because the other person hasn't told their family about the relationship yet. It's because of this, because it feels so good that they're protecting it, and they're worried that if they share that information with too many people, it's gonna like jinx it. And so try to be just mindful of that and be easy on them, because they're doing it because they love this relationship in you so much. There's also, I mean, obviously for the people that are like thinking about starting a family, there's that protected sacredness. But I feel like for overall, like all of you, one or both of you just feels like this is such a wonderful relationship that it deserves your protection. It deserves to be held close and be held almost sacred, because it just feels so good between you two. When we pulled out the animal cards, and I was saying how like you're more outgoing and this person's a little more on the quiet side, it feels very, very complimentary. And I think that's why the protection is there, because you guys are just very well suited, and you both know that. Okay, like in your heart of hearts, you both know that. Oh my gosh, this came up in the other one, rapture. A lot of you getting busy this month. Congratulations. So this one's sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. So again, this card, I mean, I always see sex when I see this card. But I also think this card represents commitment and joy and pleasure, and that there's just so much satisfaction in the relationship, both physically and emotionally and mentally. Like this card is representing that it's like a good relationship, okay? And you're in just such a beautiful space with each other. So congratulations on that. We also have morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. So I feel like for some of you, I feel like for a small group of you, maybe it's been not rocky, but the waves have just been picking up a little bit. And you've had to have some growing pains and stuff. And you're in the month of July in a space where energetically it's a good time for you to not start over, but make amends and really discover how you move forward after this, because every relationship has its ups and downs, and it's the couples that can communicate and grow and learn and move forward that survive and last, right? And so that's kind of what this card is implying, is that making sure that you take the opportunity to really listen to each other and speak your truth to one another, and be able to move forward with a fresh start. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Oh, so funny. Okay, so we've got the thorn. Okay, so it said protection, boundary. So I was like, okay, and then clear communication. Okay, so I'm definitely, I feel like as you guys are moving forward, maybe this is the thing that's been a little rocky, is the communication. And I definitely feel like sweet little mouse spirit is just more quiet into themselves, and not in a negative way, but they don't need to be sharing every last little detail. But you, electric eel, like are just, you come home and just like tell them every last little thing that happened to you, which is great. And I feel like sometimes clear communication is also still communicating and chatting, but sitting back and listening to them and giving them space to talk. Because I think for a lot of you, when it gets quiet between the two of you, you just start talking to fill the silence. And there is so much beauty in sitting in silence with someone. I think that energetically, it's an opportunity for you guys to connect in a way that won't happen if you're constantly talking. Okay, not that it's bad, because like your spirit is so bubbly and like excited and high energy, which is so great. But I think this clear communication card, which remember, this is like your overall card for July, is maybe sit back and listen a little bit more. Okay, because I definitely think mouse spirit wants to be heard, but they just don't don't express themselves in the same way that you do. And so that's part of that learning, is how they express themselves and being able to give them space to do that, okay? Oh, Taurus, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Thank you for sticking to the end of the video. Please like and subscribe and hit that little bell if you want to know when I've been doing more videos. And I will see you next time.